Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Emily. Emily had been feeling down and discouraged lately. Nothing seemed to be going her way. She had just lost her job, her car had broken down, and her relationship had ended. She felt like the world was against her, and she couldn't catch a break. One day, Emily was walking through the park when she saw a group of children playing. They were laughing, running, and having the time of their lives. She couldn't help but smile at their innocence and joy. As she continued her walk, she stumbled upon an old man sitting on a bench. He had a serene expression on his face and was gazing out into the distance. Emily felt drawn to him and decided to strike up a conversation. "Excuse me, sir," she said. "May I sit here next to you?" "Of course," the old man replied with a smile. As they sat in silence for a few moments, Emily couldn't help but notice the peaceful energy that emanated from the old man. She felt a sense of calm wash over her. "I couldn't help but notice the children playing," Emily said, breaking the silence. "They seem so carefree and happy. I wish I could be like them." The old man turned to Emily and said, "Do you know why children are so happy?" Emily shook her head, curious to hear his answer. "Because they live in the present moment," he said. "They don't worry about the past or the future. They simply enjoy the present moment for what it is." Emily pondered his words for a moment. She realized that she had been so caught up in her worries and fears that she had forgotten to enjoy the present moment. She had forgotten to be grateful for the small things in life. The old man continued, "Life is full of ups and downs, but it's how we react to those ups and downs that determines our happiness. We have the power to choose our thoughts and emotions. We can choose to focus on the negative, or we can choose to focus on the positive. We can choose to be happy." Emily listened intently to the old man's words. She realized that she had been letting her circumstances control her emotions. She had been waiting for things to get better before allowing herself to be happy. The old man stood up and extended his hand to Emily. "Come with me," he said. He led her to a nearby tree and handed her a leaf. "What do you see?" he asked. Emily examined the leaf closely. "I see a leaf," she said. The old man smiled. "Look closer," he said. Emily looked at the leaf more closely and noticed the intricate details of its veins and the unique pattern of its edges. She noticed the different shades of green and the way the sun reflected off its surface. "Now, close your eyes," the old man said. "Imagine that this leaf represents your life. It may seem ordinary at first, but if you take the time to look closer, you'll see the beauty in it." Emily closed her eyes and took a deep breath. She focused on the present moment and felt a sense of peace wash over her. When she opened her eyes, she felt a newfound appreciation for the simple things in life. She realized that happiness wasn't about having everything perfect, but rather about finding joy in the present moment. As Emily walked away from the park, she felt lighter and more hopeful than she had in weeks. She knew that life would still have its challenges, but she felt empowered to face them with a positive mindset. From that day forward, Emily made a conscious effort to live in the present moment and focus on the positive. She found joy in the little things and learned to appreciate the beauty of life around her. She took a new job, bought a new car, and started going out and meeting new people. She also started practicing mindfulness and meditation, which helped her stay centered and focused on the present moment. Emily realized that life is full of surprises and that we can't always control what happens to us. But we can control how we respond to those challenges. We can choose to be happy and find joy in the present moment, even when things aren't going our way. One day, Emily returned to the park where she had met the old man. She hoped to see him again and thank him for the wisdom he had shared with her. As she walked around the park, she couldn't find the old man anywhere. She searched every bench, every tree, but he was nowhere to be found. Just as she was about to give up, she noticed a small plaque attached to the bench where she had first met him. It read, "In memory of John, who brought joy and wisdom to all those he met." Emily felt a lump form in her throat. She realized that the old man had passed away, but his legacy lived on through the wisdom he had shared with her and countless others. She smiled and whispered, "Thank you, John. Your words have lifted me up and given me hope." Emily knew that life would continue to have its ups and downs, but she also knew that she had the power to choose her thoughts and emotions. She chose to focus on the positive, to find joy in the present moment, and to live life to the fullest. And that is exactly what she did. She lived a happy, fulfilling life, full of love, laughter, and adventure. And every time she visited that park, she would pause at John's bench and remember the lesson he had taught her. To live in the present moment, find joy in the small things, and choose to be happy.